everybody. This is the captain's log driving home after a long couple of days. It's been a good trip. I flew a brand new airplane today. It was a 737 MAX. Wow, it was brand spanking new. It was 5 days old. What a blessing. I'm truly blessed to have this opportunity to enjoy flying that kind of equipment. It was just an incredible experience. Smelled like brand new leather just out of a showroom. Fantastic. So on this episode, on this short video, I'm going to shorten my videos because I think that I talk too much. I think that 20 and 30 minute videos are too long, so I'm going to try to make this like under 5 minutes. I hope you like it. I want to talk about integrity, continuing discussions about professionalism, and integrity is, again, it is who you are. It is what you do when no one is looking. The things you do behind closed doors, or when you're driving by yourself in the car. The things you do when no one is watching. Honesty. These things are the things that are going to create trust between you and your crew, you and your employer, you and your passengers, you and the world around you. So, how do you create trust with your crew? Through integrity, owning your mistakes, being honest. You know, if you did something wrong, don't sugarcoat it, just be honest about it. Accept it and let the people around you know that you're made of flesh and blood also. You're human. Doing the right thing, okay? When people are looking or not looking. So, you know, as a captain, part of my job is to mentor first officers, co-pilots, because they will eventually be captains also. So you want to show good habits. You want to show that you strive to do the right thing. You know, even if you don't do it, at least strive to do it. Some examples of that could be, okay, well, let's say something breaks on the airplane. So we have this procedures. It's called a minimum equipment list. Anytime there's a squawk, a broken item, something that's not working properly, it is the responsibility of the captain to notify our maintenance department. But, you know, it's very easy if you're somewhere out of the area and it's your last leg home, you know, it's the last flight home, and you just want to get there. And you don't, excuse me, it's your last flight home and you don't feel like doing paperwork because you have to get on the phone with dispatch, and then you have to get on the phone with the maintenance department. You have to get on the phone with a three-way call. And if it's a serious enough item, you even have to get the engineers of Boeing on the line to write up this discrepancy. But it's very important to do that, because when you write this discrepancy and you log it, what it does is it notifies our maintenance department is in the system, and now they can schedule the airplane to get this work done. Whether it's on the next flight, sometimes if it's not a serious enough item, it gives you up to 120 days to fix it, 10 days to fix it, so on and so forth. And if you don't write it up, you're pretty much passing the buck to the next guy. You know, some other guy is going to have to, oh man, this isn't working, and then he's got to make that decision. It may affect their day because they may already be delayed, and they just switched into this airplane. It's like, oh my goodness, now we got to deal with this too. It's bad for business. It's bad. It doesn't help your employer because you're delaying things. It doesn't help your fellow coworker because, you know, it's going to delay him or her also. And it doesn't help your integrity because the co-pilot watching you do this You snuck it through. You didn't write it up. You got to your destination. You left, and you passed the problem on to somebody else. No, that's not cool. Don't do that. Okay? If something, in this particular case, if something is inoperative, if something is broken, do the right thing. Write it up. Make sure it's noted, and so that it'll get scheduled to be repaired, and so that it doesn't have this kind of an impact on the next person. Now, if I'm paired up with a co-pilot and this happens, let's say it's not the last day, it's on the first day, and instead of saying, okay, screw it, let's get out of here, we're just going to go to the overnight and we'll let somebody else worry about it. Instead of doing that, if I do the right thing and I document it like I'm supposed to, what does that do with the relationship between the co-pilot and I? Well, that just boosted my integrity, because no one can fault you for doing the right thing. Now, you can be questioned and you can be faulted for not doing the right thing, but if you do the right thing, no one's going to fault you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not hurting anybody. You're not doing anyone any favors by not doing your job. That's not what you get paid for. So that first officer is going to look up to you and have an additional layer of respect towards you, even if they don't tell you. Trust me, that is the way it is. So doing the right thing is going to help build that trust with that coworker. It's also going to build the trust with your flight attendants. Oh man, I just missed my turn. No, I didn't. Just imagine, if you are in the habit of pushing off little things, little items. Oh, it's not that important. Oh, there's a galley light that's not working. Oh, don't worry about it. Let's just fix it later. Oh, the PA doesn't work. Oh, it's okay. We got another one. We'll fix it later. And you just keep putting stuff off. Well, I believe that the flight attendants, over time, they're going to grow to know who you are. They're like, oh yeah, that guy, don't even tell him. He doesn't write anything up. It's a small thing, but you diminish your trust between your crew and you. Whereas if you're the kind of person that says, no, it's the right thing, we're supposed to fix it, and you fix it, at one level or another, you're building trust with those crew members. Stuff can come back and bite you. For example, let's say you don't fix the PA. We have a handheld PA, public announcement handset, on the forward jump seat, and another one in the aft jump seat, and one in the cockpit. So let's say that you don't fix one of the handsets while you're on the ground and you have the chance. Okay? And it's not that big a deal because you have another one in the back. Right? So you're good. But then you go ahead, you go on, and God forbid, something happens and you have an emergency. Something, anything. An emergency that causes you to have to evacuate the aircraft. And now that forward flight attendant cannot direct the passengers with that PA. You see how a little thing becomes a real big thing real fast? Yes. Do the right thing, boys and girls. Do the right thing. Write it up. Get it fixed. Get it replaced. Because accidents are not planned. Stuff happens. You don't know when it's going to happen. That's why we prepare and we practice so that if it does happen, we can handle it. So do the right thing, fix the handset, and then if an emergency or a situation were to come up, well, it's not going to matter, because at least that particular item isn't going to be the item that causes you a bigger issue, like endangering the lives of your passengers or your crew. Ultimately, you are responsible. So one small decision like that where you had a lapse in judgment led to a bigger thing. And that bigger thing can cause you bigger issues. So do the right thing. Okay? Creating that trust with your co-pilot, with your flight attendants. How about with your passengers? Okay? Sometimes, and I've been really tempted to do this many times. In fact, I have. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I have lied a few times to the passengers. A little white lie. I'll tell you the white lie that I usually give the passengers, because it happens so much. If we have a delay, regardless of what it is, it could be air traffic control, it could be maintenance, it could be anything. And it's only going to be 10 minutes or something like that, but we have to do paperwork and we have to account for the situation. Well, people get very anxious when they're traveling and they're not patient at all. So what I typically do is I will say, you know, folks, we're really sorry for this delay. However, a few of you arrived late at the aircraft and a few of you came from a connecting flight, and we want to make sure that all of your bags are on the airplane. That's why we're waiting. So it'll just be a few minutes, and as soon as everyone's bags are on board, we will push from the gate and have you on your way. And that's my little white lie, because you know, people are looking around and you know there are some people thinking, oh man, that's our bag. Oh, okay, let's just, that's nice that he's waiting for the bags. Damn, because it would be awful if we got to the destination and our bags aren't on board. That's my train of thought. So I know it would go further if I was just honest. Hey folks, we have a light or an indication in the cockpit that requires maintenance, it requires attention, and we're going to take care of it, and it's going to take 10 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Done. That's the right thing to do, but like I said, I've used that little white lie every once in a while. So I guess I'm a hypocrite. But 99% of the time, I am totally honest. I give the passengers the truth, and I do my best through all of the decades that I've had flying for the airlines. I have learned that it's very important to keep the passengers informed of what's happening at all times. Folks, we're really sorry there's a delay and it's got something to do with air traffic control. This is what they're telling us. And if it changes to 5 minutes later, I'll tell them, hey, this is what's happening now. This is what's changed. And I've had people come off the airplane and say thank you. It's really disturbing to sit back there for a long period of time and not know what's happening. And you just kept us so informed of everything that was happening. I felt really nice about that. I felt like I was really in tune with the two pilots, and I felt secure because you guys just sounded like you knew what you're doing. You're keeping us informed, and we really appreciated that. Thank you. And at that moment, I knew that I did my job. That's what my employer pays me to, part of what I get paid to do. Customer service, right? These are our customers. We have to treat the customer right so that they feel wanted and they feel appreciated and they come back. So do the right thing to build trust with your fellow pilot, to build trust with your flight attendant crew, to build trust with your maintenance department, to build trust between you and your employer. If you consistently, do the right thing, and, trust me, folks, there's always somebody watching. You never know when or how, or if there's a cell phone on, or a doorbell camera, or just someone standing 5 feet behind you. You never know who's who, and you never know who's watching, and you never know who's sitting in a plane that holds almost 200 people. Someone is listening and observing, and there are a lot of people out there that are much smarter than I am. So have integrity. do the right thing and speak the truth. You can use my little white lie, but don't go too far off the reservation. Do the right thing, keep your passengers informed, and build that trust between your co-pilot and you, or your captain and you, and your flight attendants. Keep the people you work with informed, but above all, have integrity. Do the right thing. Be honest. If you make a mistake, just own it. Don't try to hide it or sugarcoat it. Just own your mistakes. That's part of being a professional. It's actually very empowering when you mess up, or in my case, when I mess up, it's very empowering when I just say it. Hey, I messed up. Or, if we have more time, if we need more time to get something done before we leave the gate, everybody's rushing me to get out. And I just put the brakes on and say, we need more time. I'll let you know when we're ready. And I set that tone. Having integrity is part of being a professional. So I hope this helps you. Sorry, oh my gosh, I meant to do it in 5 minutes, but it's taken me 16 minutes. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you like it. Please hit subscribe, hit a like. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means a lot for me and my channel as I'm trying to grow my viewership. There will be more intangibles coming up. This will probably be video 5. There should be several more to follow. Thank you. Have a great day, and God bless.